Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Parul and today in this video I'm going to take up some common questions which we've received regarding the sunscreen. So the first question is asked regarding if it's sunscreen or moisturizer to be applied first. So let me just tell you that when we are talking about layering of the products on the skin, what comes after what comes after what in your skin routine, the rule is always from lighter to heavier or thinner to thicker. So following this rule, it will be always the moisturizer first, and then post that the coverage will be with the sunscreen. So moisturizer first and the sunscreen later. Second one is, should I wear sunscreen even if I have acne? Sunscreen is not an option for any inflammatory skin condition, even if it is an acne, which may look pussy, which may look very inflamed or very red. Many of these acne preparations are photosensitive, so sunscreen has to be applied, and sometimes you are on oral isotroin for acne, which is again a photosensitive drug, making the skin very dry. So in this case, use a gel acne sunscreen which will never clog the skin and not lead to any new blackhead, whitehead or pimple formation. So yes, sunscreen is a must in acne condition as well. So how do you choose the best sunscreen for oily skin? Like I just answered, non-comedogenic, very light, gel based, which penetrates into the skin but doesn't block or clog your pores and doesn't lead to any new acne flare, is the best one, which is for acne prone or oily skin. What is SPF and its importance? Now SPF is sun protection factor. If you see on a box of sunscreen, you will see a number, say 10, 15, 30, and it measures how strong the SPF is against blocking the UVB light, which is one of the major components of the sun rays, causing the skin to go burning and tanning. So the higher SPF, the higher protection from UVB light, and the lower will give you a little less protection from UVB. So whenever you are outdoors, pick up a higher SPF, like about 50 SPF. If you are indoors, not too much into the sun, then pick up a lighter SPF like a 15 or a 30. The next one is, why do you use gel sunscreen for oily skin? I've already explained that. Gel sunscreen is non-comedogenic, it's light, it's water-based, it's not going to lead to any new blackhead and whitehead and not trouble your acne into a flare form. So gel sunscreens are best for acne-prone skin. Why do I feel sweaty when I wear sunscreen? See, what happens when you apply a sunscreen, the skin becomes a little smooth. It's like covering the skin, right? So whenever you have sweat formation, say maybe because of the heat, the sweat just slides off the skin and you feel, the water droplets of the sweat are more heavier or more bigger. Like for an example, water droplets, they combine and fall off on a window pane on a rainy day. It's the same way. Like water droplets, sweat droplets, they accumulate, they combine and they form bigger droplets and slide across the smooth skin when the sunscreen is applied. So we see that, the sweat is a little more. So actually it doesn't lead to sweat formation, but only the accumulation or collaboration of the sweat together forming the bigger drops. It appears to be that you are sweating more. The next is, how often do I reapply? Now when we've talked about how to apply a sunscreen, we are talking about how to reapply a sunscreen. Now again, to tell you, if you're at home, then need not really reapply. While if you're outdoors, then the ideal is about 4 hours you need to reapply. Why do you need to really reapply is, so sunscreen, when it is applied on the skin, the physical, say the mineral component or the chemical component, actually gets altered because of the sun rays. Now sunscreen blocks the penetration of UVA and UVB light, but that heat of the sun alters the chemical structure of the chemical part of the sunscreen, or sometimes it is reflected back. The sun rays are reflected back because of the blockage of the sunscreen with the physical component of it. So these sun rays actually alter the chemical structure of the sunscreen in few hours, say 3 to 4 hours, by absorbing the heat into it, and sometimes even it breaks the physical component as well. So after few hours, the sunscreen doesn't show its maximum benefit, and it's not that important as a barrier. So you need to reapply it, and that is why after 4 hours, if you're outdoors, you do need to reapply the sunscreen. I hope these all questions were useful, and this is what we've got till now. Any further more questions, you can always ask us back on our Insta and FB page. Thank you, take care, stay safe, and do apply a sunscreen.